Hey, this is Elliot Wave Sage. Want to go ahead and just do a quick market update. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you. Just use this for your education and entertainment purposes only. So, I mentioned in my last video update we could expect more weakness in the market as we tried to finish out this corrective structure that most of the market is in, and then the SPY and triple Qs are trying to put in this wave 5. Now, you see this divergence. You have this, you know, um, bearish divergence here on the 4-hour. Okay, if we go to the daily, don't really have it. Taking out that peak would be significant on the daily. So I would be really careful to think that this is a wave 5. In fact, if I go to the shorter time frame, we may already have had a shallow wave 2. We may have already finished it uh, in a very shallow, correction. Something like this, right? Something like that. And I can play with the labeling to make this work, but this is the idea, and you have 3 swings. Okay, so what does that mean? It means we could actually be going into a 3 of 3 tomorrow. Really? A 3 of 3? I thought everyone's supposed to say like the market should crash tomorrow because the Fed's so obstinate around lowering rates and everything else. So maybe something isn't going to be as bad as we think tomorrow. So that's the chart that I would go with. You have to do what's best for you. Uh, you know, this is kind of what I'm thinking the look of it looks like. Now, the surprise, not even a surprise, but yeah, maybe it's 5 waves and it comes down, but it doesn't look like it anymore. Triple Qs. Again, we're trying to erase that divergence here and could still be in wave 5, right? But if the SPY isn't, so more than likely, the triple Qs aren't either. It's a shallow correction. But, for now we're just kind of say it's this for now. Let's look at some of the other cycles, 4-hour. All right, we took that peak out here, so we erased that divergence. So yeah, so this is not a 5th wave anymore. So for now, I would like to label this as another 1-2. And it makes sense because we have a lot of ground to cover, right? Our target on the triple Qs is, where is it? Wow, 640. Are you crazy, Elliott Wave Sage? Yeah, that's the target. So yeah, I'm not surprised to see a lot of 1-2s build in momentum. Again, guys, we're probably gonna get blow off top. That's what we're gonna get. Blow off top. So that's a big target. That's a lot. That's a lot of price action yet to go. And this is technology. Target for the SPY 608, 612. So we got some room. We got to get going. Got to get moving. And the market is starting to move. Hopefully, start to build some momentum. Let's look at the longer term indicators. The weekly. Okay. Let's look at the monthly. Okay. Yeah. So it's got more upside, but it's not like oversold by any means. But it's not really overbought either. So it's got some room to run. So that's that. Now the Dow Jones, we had this buy at 38,442. It hit 38,448. So just 4 points off. So it's probably finished. So that 2 wave's probably finished. And people are like, oh no, it's just gonna crash. It's just a connector. It's probably not, because that's what they said here. And you got the 1-2, 1-2. You're just getting the kind of the same thing. So I think you're just gonna bounce and you'll just come out of this eventually. IWM hit our 199 finally. It hit it here, bounced, failed. Then you got the hammer candle. If it decides to still come back down in here, it's just still, I think it's just going to be accumulated. So I think this should be done in here or at any moment. We'll get to the GME AMC. I will update GME and AMC in my video. I'll do a special video update on GME and AMC maybe after tomorrow's price action. Let's get a little more price action, especially after the Fed beat it. So then Hang Seng weak. Okay, so we're in this 4, we think. but now it's getting to be too big for 4, right? So let's take a look at the daily. We broke the low. You know, guys, this looks like a corrective structure almost. It looks like a corrective structure. So that's not good for the long term for SPN wave 2. Now, it doesn't really matter because it could still swing higher as long as it stays below 22817. So this could be a connector for a 3-swing move. So we're gonna have to rethink this a little bit. So we have to rethink this. So we don't know if 2's in yet. All we know is we're moving down and we went up in 3. Okay. So now that we went up in 3 waves, we're building a connector wave. Okay, we're building a connector wave for this wave. So now we have a different target, right? We're going to see more weakness in this market. We should to see 1711. Now, when we get over here, the market has an opportunity to move in another 3 swings higher. And I think that's what's going to happen. And after this 3 swings is done, if it's below this peak, then this could become a 1, 2. And then maybe in 25, 26, the market crashes and China goes all the way down to this target down here. So this is corrective. This is not an impulse. So this is not encouraging for long-term investors in China. But for traders, it's not really irrelevant. It just means we'll go lower here. We'll go lower here. Now, lead-in diagonal. You know, some people like, well, it subdivides into 3 waves or 5 waves. You know, I think the official rule in the rule book says it's got to subdivide into 5 waves, but then, you know, sometimes we bend the rules on my channel. So perhaps we can, you know, if you're a bull, we can say something like this, right? We could be like, all right, let's just bend the rules a little bit and do something like that as a lead-in diagonal. But still, that means it's a lot of choppiness, overlap in price action, and then another rug pull. So it's going to be tough just invest in because of what just happened. No follow through. No follow through. So it's still kind of a bear trend. So this is a big development. But I do think we should bounce. Because if we don't, then it's going to be a waterfall sell-off in China. And if that happens, the whole stock market will go down with it. So I don't think the stock market's ready for the waterfall sell-off. I think it'll be ready up here later in 25, 26, somewhere around here. So I think that this is how you play China for right now, and just you got to manage your trades accordingly, and that's just the way it goes. That's what the market is telling me. No emotion, no bias. You have to flip, so we flip. So it's not as bullish anymore. The setup was pretty bullish. Look at that. This could have been a nice 3rd wave, but unfortunately, we had no 5th wave. There's no 5th wave. Now, you could say, oh, this is 3, 4, 5, right? Right? Someone could force that, but really, you really can't because you got no divergence here. It's really a Y wave. So that's how I look at it, guys. That's a big development. Now, Bitcoin hit our target and bounced. Right? Here's our target, bounced. So it looks like we got 5 here off this low. So hopefully Bitcoin should be ready to roll for tomorrow. Ready to roll higher. That's what we're hoping for, right? We're hoping for, Bitcoin to have found the low. We pull back and we come out. Okay. Oil. Oil's just pushing up into in a 3-wave move. As long as we're below this peak, I'm not worried about it. Silver. Saying we should get more downside. Gold. More downside. That's what this is saying. Now, we saw it truncate last time. We saw it truncate before. But here you have all this bullish divergence. Even here. So it's not ready. I'll be shocked if it bottoms here. It needs to probably go lower and bottom here. Dollar index hit the sell area finally, and this got rejected. So this was a big flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the dollar index is also showing we should be getting wave 3 down in the dollar, right? We should be. So that should usually be bullish for like Bitcoin and things. So this is what we should see. Now, if we keep going higher, erase divergence. See, nice divergence for the fifth wave. If that were to happen, then we have to reassess. But right now, as long as we're below 106.5, it's still, this is the count. Bonds started turning lower. Probably this 2 is probably set, ready for a nice waterfall drop in rates. The VIX, like I said, it's just going to for a while. That's it. All right, so nothing has surprised me at all with this market yet. Tomorrow's a big day, right? We'll see what happens. I could always go into some different stocks. Apple pumped. But hey, we called this pump, right? We said wave 3, right? We said the 2 was done. Here we are, 3. Well, shocker, right? Shocker. How high can it go? Well, it can go pretty high now, right? Where's my target on Apple? Do I have it? I don't have it. I was thinking it's like $300-400 eventually. So nice trade, nice investment position. If you follow my channel, you know I gave the investment position, you know, back when we had it. I think back here in this nice 3-wave move. So we had that, and then they tried to get you out of it, just like they did at Adobe. They're trying to get you out of it, but we didn't fall for that. You know, didn't fall for that, and good thing we didn't. But a lot of people did. So that's the way it goes. Let's take a look at another stock that we follow, Amazon. Amazon's still in 5 of 5 and should be breaking higher. How about Tesla? Oh man, Tesla. You know, all this consolidation, and then Elon Musk kind of threw a tantrum over Apple's AI, ChatGPT. I can't tell if it's just sour grapes because, you know, he didn't think of it or he's not part of it anymore, and he's just, you know, he's just like realized the world's passing him by and he wasn't part of it, and it was something he started and he's just upset, or he really is scared of the future. But whatever it is, the shareholders hated it. And the 4-hour did reset divergence, so this can truncate now. So now that you broke this low, you have your double correction finished, or not. It could still go lower tomorrow. Ultimately going down to 160, but it could finish at any moment. Something like that. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. How's our Adobe doing? Adobe, let's go to 45-minute chart. We have 5 up, 1, 2. Should be coming out in wave 3, maybe to 494. Oracle did a nice pump. This was a tough one. I think we broke that high. So yeah, this is a buy. If we could get another 3-wave pullback, it'll be a good opportunity to buy it. AMD, I gave this target in the 150s. We're there. You may as well just, you know, you can't be too picky about your entry. But this kind of looks like a good entry. Maybe you could get a little lower, but you're in the 150s. That's where I like it. And then NVIDIA, I got to redo my chart. Sorry, I haven't done that yet. Let's see how is our other stocks doing. MongoDB, some kind of wave 5. It'll end. I mean, isn't going to just go to 0, right? 15-minute RSI. Where's the RSI? The 4-hour. That's it. Guys, this is just going to do that forever. Eventually, it's going to come up. So just whatever. It's just market maker games, trader, you know. So we just hold it. It'll turn. Almost certain this gap will fill. It's a trade, or investment if you really believe in the company. We've been keeping an eye on DraftKings. How's that doing? Okay, wave 4. I want to see one more push lower. But yeah, one more push lower. How's our ServiceNow doing? 1, 2 should be entering 3. For pretty much V bottom. This was a no-brainer trade. Workday's weak. Not surprising. Not surprising. Snow weak. Want to see 92. And then Viva, nice. 5 up, 1, 2, 1, 2, just like ServiceNow. So Viva and Now pretty strong in the software space. Workday, not so much. And some of the others need more downside, I think. Okay, GME AMC, guys. GME. Well, you know, Elliott Wave Sage wants to spike the football. I mean, geez, guys. I mean, it hit the box. I think it hit the box exactly, almost. It just missed it. Maybe by 5 cents. Man, But you had to be really patient to get it. I was impatient. I bought it in this area right here. I was like, screw this, because I didn't really care about it. So I watched this happen this morning. I was laughing my ass off as this dropped. I was like, ah. So all this did was change the structure to a flat. So we had it as a three-wave move, but as soon as we made this fifth wave with bullish divergence here, bullish divergence, it turned it into a flat. So I tried to go back and, make sure I could do the labels to make sense. A, B, C, and then I could label the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got the flat, and I got the three-wave connector in B. And then, of course, I need to be able to label this wave as 5, and I could do that, as you could see here. So, yeah, it's a flat. It's a flat. So there you go. And filled gaps. I think it even filled another gap. Or where was it? It filled this gap here. Filled this gap. All right, so now what's it doing? Well, it's hitting wave 3. If this is right, if this chart is right, it's hitting wave 3 of 3. So this isn't the time to get cute. If you got your entry in the 24 to 22 area, then really there's no, I don't see a reason to sell it at this point unless the market stops you out. The price could come all the way back down, because then you have a connector, obvious connector for this whole move. And of course, if the market stops you out here, it's going to come down to 18, 16, maybe even lower. So pretty much put your stop loss around maybe like 20, 22, where would I have it here? Maybe like 20, 22, let's say 22.50. And then just see what happens. Who knows? There's a lot of drama going on with this. Do they have enough shares to cover their shorts available? What if he exercises those options? Had the market makers sold those calls naked calls, right? No stock behind it. There's nothing on the open market to cover it. Well, no, oh shit. What the market maker's going to do? They're going to have to pay. They're going to have to start covering, right? They can't wait to the last day. I don't think they're that stupid. I think they're going to have to start buying the shares. What's that going to do? It's just going to keep driving the price up, right? That's what it should do, right? Right? Because as you get closer to the date those calls expire of Murray and Kitty, they got to start, hedging themselves if they don't have the shares, right? The rumor is they don't have them. Now, if they have them, then they have nothing to worry about. They care less, right? But I have a feeling they probably don't have them. And a lot of shorts probably don't have them either. They said, oh, the short interest fell by float. Well, hell, the float increased. They just raised, $2 billion. So, yeah, the float increased. So, of course, the shorts per the float, decreased. Well, duh, the float is bigger now. That's right, isn't that right? Maybe I'm wrong in how I think about it, because the float, is the tradable shares, right? So maybe they don't count what they raised, what they sold into, but they sold it into the open market, so it's probably in the float, right? It's the float. So yeah, I saw that ratio and people are like, see, there's no shorts. So it's like, yeah, I don't think so, but I can be wrong. Do what's best for you. So here you go. I thought that was the 3, 4, 5, and I bet less of the market did, but just like the market does, you can never predict a 4 and a 5. It just keeps extending. So we have another 1, 2 here. So we just keep going up. And this can just looks like it's going parabolic on the 15-minute, the 45-minute, the 4-hour. Look, plenty of room to go. Geez. How about the daily? Plenty of room. Weekly? All right, got to keep an eye on the weekly, right? We're getting there. Now, we've seen that get extreme. So, all right. The weekly cycle, got to be careful about the weekly cycle. Now, so what happened here on that peak? Let's take a look and see. So you see, it really doesn't mean nothing. Right? We were here. We dropped from $4 to $2. And then we went to here, and then went from $2 to like what? Like $100. So that's why I wouldn't worry. But obviously the momentum's strong in the monthly. Let's take a look. Wow, a lot more room to go. So maybe we're not out of the first inning. Maybe we're in the like third inning now of this, whatever this is, or going to be. So this is the count. So I would say more upside, right? More upside. That's what I'm thinking on GME. You go, what's your reentry? Well, you have your reentry is you're traded against 22, this 22.50. So any pullback, your stop loss has to be there. So there's a lot more risk, but still a lot of reward. But that's how you have to trade it. So where do you enter from here? You really can't. It's too late. You missed the move. There's no good entry in my system. Now other people's systems, there's a lot of ways to enter, but my system, you missed the move. There's no entry, but there could be if you get a three-wave pullback sometime. Let's say Fed, you get something like this. Okay, you can buy that. You can buy that. You can buy this. As long as you can see 3, you can buy that against this low. So that's how it works. AMC, same thing. It's just doing the same thing. Now this one looks like it did top in 5 here. It's pulling back. And something. Let's take a look at we got to go to a 5-minute time frame. All right, bullish divergence. Just want to confirm that. So we're definitely done the first wave here off this low. All right. And then we're pulling back. So to me, it could actually take another dip. So so there could be an entry here. There may be an entry here. Now this one has a better setup for an entry. GME doesn't right now. 497, 489. So AMC dips down to this area. That could be a re-entry area. Re-enter that trade right here. Again, against 459. All right. Just looking at things, just kind of scanning. Oh, Space, another meme stock. I call this a meme stock. And yeah, I mean, we had this wave too. We held this low, so be careful. This has moon potential as well, but I'm not playing it. I have to analyze it more. Yeah, I'm not looking at these other meme stocks. How's our green stocks doing? Yeah, First Solar's in a 3. It's just going to keep going higher. Probably race divergence or no, it's in a 5 now, 5 of 3. How is Enphase doing? I mentioned that probably bottomed as well. And okay. RK is good. Baba, based on what I showed you with China, you got to watch Baba. If Baba breaks this low, I'm out of the trade, man. So this is kind of like, I'll use the money for other things. There's just like, I'll take the small profit I got in it and get out of it because I don't like this structure. This is unfortunate. This is not, it could be corrective. I don't want to trade it. I mean, you got Baidu, I already dumped that, and it just broke the lows. So China's weak right now, guys. And, I would say that how I'm trading it is there's too many other things to trade. So I'll just, if this breaks down, but, it could just be a connector, and then a connector. So we'll have to relabel this. But as long as that low holds, there's still hope. NEO, again, as long as this low holds at 357, it's good. I took a new label at this, looking at an A, B, C, and an A, B, C, and then 5 waves down. We need one more push lower in this area. So we'll have to wait and see. China's weak. China's bearish. That's a bearish signal, but not. It's not. I think long term at the Hang Seng, but some of these individual stocks, we gotta keep an eye on them. Okay. So that is technology. Let's take a look at. I always like healthcare. Let's see if we had any big movers today. How's this one doing? All right, so we have a new connector here. So that will lower our target. So you see how I trade that. So I won't buy it. I'll wait. I'll buy it even lower now. Just keep an eye on that. Nothing good here. Big sell-offs. Let's look at Viking. Yeah, trying to get to the buy area. All right, nothing else interests me. Let's go to Staples. Whoops. Staples. I think we saw a breakdown with Celsius. Almost in the buy area at 61. Is that still? Well, may not be accurate anymore. Yeah, I need to change that. Go to the flat. So 59. So we got more downside. How's Monster? We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. All right, let's go to discretionary. Kava is truncated. Erase diverse probably finished here, just truncated. Again, it's very bullish. About gap. So close. That's probably finished here. Although we did not fill the gap, so I wouldn't be surprised to bounce and fail. I won't chase it here. Starbucks. Okay, good. Maybe we're making that move lower. I really want to get Starbucks at 57 for long-term investment opportunity. Let's look at crypto, guys. Crypto stocks. Ooh, LTCN. Yeah, we talked about this on the channel, and it does look like you just got a really shallow connector. Well, that's good. Let's get capitulation in this and get this over with. How about BCHG? Same thing. 2 is done here. Should get more capitulation. How's Coinbase doing? Looks like we're in some kind of wave 2 off this low like that. MicroStrategy. Yeah, if it takes this high out, that would be significant, and then that would extend B. All right, let's look at some industrials just for the hell of it. Caterpillar. Yeah, never really got to where we wanted. Cummins did. It tagged that. That's good. Symbiotic is another one I got my eye on, but we got to get down. We got to go lower. Yeah, okay. So that's guys, that's all from I think I want to talk about today. So Fed meeting, CPI. You know, through the bullish lens, I see a massive move higher about to happen through my bullish, goggles. My bearish goggles say it's a wave 5 and it's mislabeled and we drop pretty hard. And the Dow Jones surprises us and drops, breaks this low, and actually does some kind of double correction, and we have to relabel everything. So, I still lean bullish, guys, especially with what Apple did today, where Tesla is and should be about to do, what Bitcoin is bouncing, and where the dollar index is, where rates are. Just everything seems lined up for a move higher. The only thing that doesn't is I worry about is gold and silver not being done yet. That's all I got, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.